Agriculture Minister Thoko Didiza has vowed to intervene after receiving a petition for the ban of pit bulls as pets in South Africa. The petition by the Sizwe Kupelo Foundation has received over 130,000 signatures after a rise in the number of attacks by pit bulls in recent months. Let's speak to the Minister now about this. Minister, very good evening to you. So it was 24 hours ago that you confirmed a process was now underway to respond to this situation. What will it entail going forward?
Thank you very much to you and your viewers. Good evening once again. Just to indicate that we did have a meeting with Sizwe Kupelo Foundation, and before that, actually last year, November, Sizwe Kupelo did indicate to us that they were collecting signatures for a petition in respect of the attacks by pit bull dogs on human beings. And this incident, as we know, has not only affected people in respect of injuries, but there have also been fatalities where children and other people have actually died as a result of pit bull attacks. I must indicate that ourselves as government, like members of the community, are really concerned about such rising incident and therefore appreciate and understand the concern of Sizwe Kupelo Foundation. There are obviously issues of debate where there are other members of communities and organizations who actually feel that instead of banning the dogs, rather let's regulate. What we have done as government has been to look at what are the instruments that are there already that people can utilize in order to protect themselves. Firstly, we do have the Animal Matters Amendment Act 42 of 1993, which deals with such matters, where it provides for directions in respect of injuries caused by animals, as well as to further regulate the prohibition of animal fights and provide for other matters connected therewith. This legislation is under the Ministry of Justice, and therefore when people have had such attacks, they can actually go to court, and the owners of those animals will actually be brought to book in respect of how they might have managed their animals, which has caused injury to other people. We've also been discussing with the municipalities because responsibilities of managing the behavior of domestic pets lie with municipalities, and therefore municipalities can provide bylaws that will protect citizens against such animals. We've also been engaging the association of those people who are actually having pit bulls to actually work with them to ensure that we find a lasting solution to the challenge that we're facing. We're also doing a DNA sequencing because we want to see whether what we're dealing with, is it a pure breed or is a cross between a pit bull and other wild animals maybe, which might be resulting to the incidents that we're seeing lately.
And Minister, yes, you're going to, for example, look at the DNA of pit bulls or other related breeds. Why is it not enough that, for example, there are other countries in the world that have said that pit bulls are simply too aggressive or have a propensity to flip more than regular dogs, and therefore they've decided that people cannot keep them as pets? Why is that sort of decision globally in other countries, as well as this petition with over 139,000, I think, signatures? Why is it not enough as a basis for such a decision in South Africa?
Well, thank you very much. As I said, that you actually have Sizwe Kupelo Foundation who have presented the petition of 139,000 people. You also have got other organizations who have actually requested a meeting with ourselves with their own petitions where they are calling for a regulation as opposed to the ban. And we are applying our minds as government to be able to make a decision as to what it is that we need to do. The sequencing, it's not like it's going to delay any decision that we believe might need to be taken in this regard. But it is important in order to understand what species are we dealing with in this respect.
And how much time are you giving yourself to deal with this?
Well, it's not a lot of time. As I said, I met with Sizwe Kupelo last week. The other group have actually requested a meeting with the minister, whom we will be meeting in the coming week, so that we can actually make a closure on this matter. But as I say, there's already a provision that people can utilize in terms of our laws in order to deal with the owners who keep such dangerous animals.
And I suppose what we need to factor in now in your decision-making is what would happen if there were to be a decision to say people can no longer keep pit bulls as pets. What would happen to people who already have such dogs?
Certainly, that's one of the issues we have to factor in. And I must say that you had individual members of our society, particularly in the Free State last year, who, when such incident happened, they actually took those pit bulls to the NSPCA because they felt they cannot keep such animals. And NSPCA has actually been dealing with those animals as to how they may keep them or actually dispose of them.
Minister for Agriculture, Thoko Didiza, thank you for your time tonight.